All right, guys, today we're going to be going over how to swap over your Mark 43 slash Vietnam M60 to take standard 249 mags. All right, so we're going to be ditching that side hanging monstrosity of a mag that comes stock on those guns and switching them over to be able to use whatever 249 mag you want. Obviously, on here we got a LBT Mark 46 mag, but you could run regular nutsack mags, the big green 249 mags. Pretty much anything that you want. So let's go ahead and get that started. So if you're not super familiar with what we're talking about here, we're talking about this big cancerous sore on the side of the gun. Makes it super uncomfortable to try to shoulder, as ironically as a right-handed person, which most people are, because you're going to be hugging the side of this mag to try and reach the front, this front grip here. Left-handed people, ironically enough, not as big of a problem. However, it still offsets the weight of the gun dramatically to one side, especially if you're running pretty heavyweight ammo in this. It's just lame. I guess it's a shield, but whatever. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and show you how to basically relocate your mag to the bottom of the gun, moving the weight center line, while giving you way more options for mags than just this one here. So let's go ahead and remove this thing real quick just to get it off of here, so that we can get a better look of what we're going to need to take off. So there's just a few screws that we'll have to remove. Obviously, this plate's going to have to go because we don't need it anymore. The mag isn't being held on by this. And then a few of these screws up here on the top will go, and they'll be replaced with slightly longer screws that'll go in through the front, or that'll secure the adapter in place, and then along with this pin, we'll pull that out here in a minute so that the adapter can go on, and then we'll reinstall that. So let's get started here. So once you get all those screws and those little once you get all the screws out of this, the last thing that's holding this in place is this big nut here that the feed tube usually screws into. Go ahead and loosen that up a little bit. Get it here. It's kind of a pain to get at. There we go. You want to be careful when you take this off because there's an internal spring that this holds onto as well, and it's kind of a pain to put back together once you get it off. So you'll just want to make sure that that doesn't retract all the way back into the gun on you while you're trying to take this off. So once you get that off, that little threaded tube piece off of there, go ahead and take your bracket all the way off. As you can see here, I'm holding on to this spring because you don't want it to shoot back into the body of the gun, because it just makes it way harder on yourself to try and get this piece back on later when you want to. So just make sure you hold on to that. Then you can go ahead, put it back on the right way. Put that back on like so. There we go. Perfect. All right. Alrighty, and then the last part of this, there's a little nut on the inside that you want to thread this back into. Just put some tension on it so it doesn't slip backwards. You can get to it through this hole right here and just thread it all back together. Yep. There we go. It's probably easier to move the barrel to do this, honestly. How did you?